Hi, my loves. Thanks for returning. I hope this video finds you happy and doing well. As you know by the thumbnail, this video is going to be on my November favorites. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. All right, so I feel as though a lot of the products that I have are pretty common, I think. So I probably should have named it things that I've been loving for the month of November, but I'm just going to stick with November favorites. I have a few makeup items, skincare, and some kind of lifestyle items that I've been enjoying. And again, a lot of these things are pretty much common. And for all of you beauty enthusiasts out there, you're already going to be familiar with what I'm going to show. So let me just stop chattering and get into the first item. All right, so I'm just going to start off with the makeup first. But I really have been enjoying this palette by Kaleidos, and this is their Futurism Cyber Bronze palette. And when these were first released, it was a lot of hype on YouTube over them. So you're probably familiar with the shadows. The reason that these fall in my favorites for this month is because I've been using them frequently. As you can see, they have a lot of everyday type of shades. And as you can see, you have some shades right here that you can put in your crease. You have 3 metallics right here that you can put on your lid. And this deep chocolate color you can put in your outer V to darken up the look. I think that the metallics in this palette are really pigmented and very vibrant and pretty. And as far as the mattes, I feel as though they blend very well, and they tend to go well on a wet base versus setting your base. You know how some people, they'll use a concealer and not set it and then apply the shadow. Well, these shadows apply well like that, as well as if you're one that just likes to set your base. Let me just go ahead and swatch one of the shades for you. And this is the silver one. And as you can see how shiny and metallic that is. Let me go ahead and do the others. And that's the burgundy shade, and this is the one that's kind of brown. But not only do I like the shades, and you all know what I'm going to say next, I like the palette as well. The design is really unique. It's something that you don't typically see. I feel it's just neat overall. And of course, you get a mirror in this palette. So yeah, this one is definitely one of my favorites. Another palette that I have is by NABLA, and this is their Cutie Nude palette. And here are the shadows. Again, as you can see, this is kind of a neutrals palette. This is something that you can really get away with wearing every day. Plus, what I like about their formula is the mattes are, I don't want to call them creamy, but they're a cross between a cream and a matte. And sometimes one may think of a satin shade, but not really. But they have an interesting texture. And it's kind of like a type of texture that is goof proof, if you will. So I would really recommend this palette for someone who is a beginner. Let me just swatch a few for you in this palette so you can see. So this is one of the metallics, and this is the black. Okay. And that is a matte black. And again, I don't want to be an enabler on my channel or anything like that. But if you are in the market for an eyeshadow palette, and you're looking for a formula that is unique and different, I would definitely say to try one of the NABLA palettes. Well, I say to try this one because I'm assuming that the other palettes have the same type of formula, but definitely try this one. It's a really nice palette. All right, so the next thing that I have is by LANEIGE, and this is a sleeping mask. Put my glasses on. But this is a sleeping mask, and the flavor is apple lime, and it says that it's for all skin types, and you get about 0.70 ounces in this. And one thing that I do like and can appreciate about this is that this gives you a little spoon so you don't have to dip your finger in and contaminate the product. If you are needing for your lips to be smooth and well behaved for the next day, I would definitely say to check this out. It does have, as far as the scent goes, you can smell the apple lime. As far as tasting and things like that, I know some people do that. I typically don't try to taste my product, so I can't really speak to how it tastes. But I must say that you do have to go in with your normal treatments, your normal lip treatment. And what I mean by that, if you have any dead skin cells, if you have rough lips or anything like that, make sure you do a deep scrub and put on like a thin lip balm, I would say, and then add this. in the morning, your lips are going to be perfect and well behaved. So I've been loving this one. This next product is pretty common, and this is a Yankee Candle, and the scent is cotton. So the scent is very common, I would say. I thought that maybe it would have like a description of the notes on the bottom, but it doesn't. But the best way that I know to describe it is if you have like a fresh linen scent. Have you know how some candles will have a fresh linen scent? It kind of falls in the same family as that. And as many of you all probably know, Yankee Candles do a really good job at smelling up your room. And I would say that that's probably the extent of that. When I go out, when I burn these in my room, I have one back there now burning. I'll smell it in my room, but as far as it reaching out into the house and things like that, I haven't found that Yankee Candles do that. But as far as the vicinity, you know, that I'm in, it does a really good job. And plus my daughter likes it too, so we've just really been enjoying that. All right, so the next thing that I have is an Amazon Echo Plus speaker. This is one of the speakers where it has Alexa attached to it. So you can say, Alexa, do this, do that. You can program it to do a lot of things. Of course, control your music, control your lights. So you can program it to anything that pretty much has any type of smart technology attached to it. And another thing that I'm not sure if a lot of you all are familiar with, but on this device, you can also connect it to Skype. So, you know, you can make phone calls with it, and also it connects to Skype. So it can do a lot of things, and I kind of think that the price is justified. But I think the part that I'm enjoying most is the sound. You know, the sound can reach throughout my house. And, you know, I don't know if that's saying a lot because my house isn't that big. About 1,700 square feet. So that just kind of gives you an idea of the range that this little baby can go on. And, you know, it's always fun saying, Alexa, do this, Alexa, do this, Alexa, do that. And they're pretty smart. You know how there are some programs, especially on your phone, or if you try to talk to Google or anything like that, you know, they never get it right. You have to repeat it. It's none of that going on with Alexa. So that's really good. All right. So the next thing that I have is a hair product. And this is by The Main Choice. This is a multivitamin scalp nourishing growth oil. And it helps to support natural growth and retention, helps to reduce shedding, helps to revitalize and rejuvenate the scalp, naturally stimulating oil, soothes and conditions the scalp, helps transform the hair into a healthier state. And it says that it's for all hair types. And myself and my son pretty much use this oil. And the reason I say myself and my son has the exact same type of hair texture that I have. My daughter, she's kind of meticulous with her stuff that she uses on her hair. But I like this one because it is very thin and it feels really good on the scalp. And a lot of times when you see oils that are targeted to rejuvenating the scalp and doing something to the scalp, it has some type of weird smell or something like that. And it could be that those items have tea tree oil in it. This one doesn't, but this one doesn't have any type of weird smell. And it does a really good job. It also helps with detangling after you wash your hair. If you have a problem with detangling, you can do that. You can use this oil, and it does provide excellent slip. Of course, you have to use a little bit more than normal and apply it to your hair strands as opposed to your scalp, but it really does help in that area as well. And I love this stuff. And the last thing I have is another hair mask, and this is by tgin, and that's the acronym for Thank God It's Natural. And this is a honey miracle hair mask, and this is made with raw honey, olive oil. And it says it's an intense, deep penetrating conditioner for dry, damaged, or color treated hair. No parabens, no sulfates, petroleum, lanolin, artificial colors, or animal testing. And it says that after shampooing with this, you're supposed to apply a generous amount, comb through your hair, and place in a plastic cap and cover for about 10 to 15 minutes. And if you have an issue with dryness or tangling or anything like that, this is a really good hair mask to use. And I would say to use it for, you know, each time you wash. So once a week or twice a week, whenever you wash, you know, do this treatment and then go ahead and use your other steps. But this is a really good mask to use on your hair. So that's pretty much it, short and sweet. those are the products that I've really been loving and using for the month of November. Let me know, what have some of your favorite products been for the month of November? I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until my next video, smooches.